Hello guys, this is CJ Music Caleb Julius and welcome back for another video tutorial. I'm glad to see you guys here today, and today I'll be sharing with you some different tips that would make you become a good gospel piano player, okay, good gospel pianist. And as we have covered so far, like some tips to take you from beginner to intermediate level, but also from intermediate, some things that you can do with your intermediate piano playing. So here I have some tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today that would make you become a good gospel pianist. This is for all those who want to become good gospel pianists. Okay, so the very first tip, before jumping to that, I ask you to subscribe to this account if you have not yet done that. So just hit the subscribe button and we're good to go. So the very first tip to help you become a good gospel pianist is learning gospel songs. Learning gospel songs. And speaking of gospel songs, I'm speaking about hymn songs, some old gospel songs, some modern songs from different gospel artists. So just to mention, whatever that I'll be sharing is more based on your piano ability. So speaking of hymn songs, you want to go and search for how to play some certain hymn songs, how to play some old gospel songs, how to play some modern gospel songs. And here you want to also add up to your library, like knowing different gospel artists that can help you listen to their songs and unlock that gospel sound. So that's the very first tip you want to do, like go for materials concerning some gospel songs, hymn songs, old gospel songs, modern gospel songs, and just listen to that sound and try to kind of learn songs from different gospel artists. The very second tip of how to become a good gospel pianist is to learn approaches of the same songs from different people. These are things that have so far helped me to unlock the gospel sound that I have so far. So I'll be taking a song, for example, Alpha and Omega, that's a worship song. I take that and I try to look for materials teaching about the song on different sites, like different approaches of the very same song from different people. So that has helped me to take the very same song, like in the very same key, and learn it from different people. And that gives me different chord voicings, approaches, like passing chords and stuff like that. So that's another tip that you want to use it to unlock your sound, your gospel sound, from learning from different people, like the very same song. The third tip that I want to share with you is start to train your ear ability to hear song progressions. Most of the gospel stuff, we learn that by ear. That's me. That's according to me. Like you'll have to, take the level of your ear ability, the way you hear song progressions, listening and also transcribing. Speaking of transcribing, like you take a song, you want to listen for the bass line, you want to listen for the key of the song, the chord changes of the very same song. So you play a song and listen for bass line movements. Start with some simple songs. So you want to take your level of how you hear, like the chord progressions, to another level. So that's another very important tip to help you become a good gospel pianist. So the fourth tip is learning from the greats. Learning from the greats. So we have some people who are already doing it. Those gospel great piano players, they have that sound, they have that ability to do certain stuffs that you wish to. And here I want to challenge you. You have to choose somebody you listen to. You have to choose somebody to imitate, like the sound, in order for you to create your own sound. So these are the very tips that have been helping me to unlock my sound. So we have pianists, different gospel pianists that can give you that color of your gospel sound, especially from those who you love their sounds. So I have some different names here. As you see those names, those are few of many who you can kind of search, and you want to look for materials that specifically mention piano contents concerning or based on these people. So like you go, if it's Kelvin Bond, you go for piano materials concerning songs or coverage of materials concerning the very same person. You just want to search for Kevin Bond, like piano tutorials. We have people or YouTubers like me who cover materials of people who are already doing it, who are kind of, inspirational to many of us to unlock that gospel sound. So you want to go for materials of such kind of people. So the very fifth thing that I want to share is be ready to get out of your comfort zone. Be ready to get out of your comfort zone. So many of us, we are very much stuck somewhere in unlocking that gospel sound because we want to stay on the very same spot every day. Like we don't want to challenge ourselves, to learn new things. So I want to challenge you that you want to learn some different gospel styles, like outside what you are used to. We have this like Western influential music, like the shout music, talk music, preacher chords, some jazz, jazzy gospel feels, chords, the neo soul voicings, and we want to get rich in your chord library. So I challenge you to get out of your comfort zone. So you don't want to just stick to one kind of gospel style. So you want to listen to other Western influential gospel styles, like what I've just mentioned, the shout music stuffs. We see those guys doing those kind of songs. Maybe you are not used to such kind of songs, so you want to learn, and doing so, trust me, you are going to unlock a lot of things to create richness in your gospel sound. So the other thing, I think this is like the last thing, learn or get rich in your chord voicings. So you want to learn more about your 7th chords, 9th chords, 11th chords, 13th chords from the greats. But also you want to, learn most of your jazzy color to your playing, because jazz music kind of unlocks that gospel sound. So these people help you to unlock sounds such as your rootless approaches, doing those rootless things on your left hand especially, and how to play some scales and bring that sound to your gospel playing. So you see, like, people ask me daily, like, how do you apply this kind of scales? How do you do this? How do you take these minor scales and apply them in your gospel playing? So I always challenge myself, learning from these jazzy playing people, like jazz, unlocking some jazz melodies, taking some licks and runs and apply them to my gospel style. So you have to learn to approach those styles from the greats. There are people who are kind of transcribing that, sharing tutorials. So you want to go and search for all these topics that I've kind of shared with you, like the chord voicing topic. So you want to go and look for materials covering like 7th chords, like major 7th, minor 7th, diminished 7th, dominant 7th chords, 9th chord, different piano voicings. There are many people that every day are uploading materials concerning these very topics that I've just mentioned. So I thought of these tips as the very tips that would unlock your gospel sound, and I challenge you, every day you want to learn a new song, or you want to take a week to learn like one song, apply it in all 12 keys. Try to take it out of your comfort zone. Like, do not just stick to one key. Don't play only one key. You want to learn that song in every other key. And we have some common gospel progressions that you also want to learn. 7-3-6, 2-5-1s. Those are very common ones. So you want to go and look for very common gospel piano progressions. That's another topic you want to search for. Common gospel piano progressions, but also passing chords, gospel voicings, movements, and such things. Okay, so look for those materials. I guarantee you that after some time your gospel sound is gonna be changing. So until next time, guys, this is CJ Music, where I'll be sharing you different tips on how to take your playing from one level to another. And today we have just covered of how to become a good gospel pianist. So I hope with these tips someone's gonna testify someday that, yeah, I worked on those tips and they have taken me from this level to the other. So I'll see you on the next episode. This is CJ Music, where we share tutorials, and I'll see you guys on the coming tutorials. God bless. Let's keep it up. Let's practice. Amen.